Like, honestly, like, you know, and I get some people love commentating, and those people, it is a creative process for them. But for 99% of the others, it's just, they're doing it to try and go viral. Like, who cares? It doesn't matter. Like, you're trying to go viral, you're trying to build a following. Like, just focus on doing the content and enjoy doing the content. It doesn't matter. Like, it's irrelevant. Who the fuck cares? If you want to have impact, you know what I mean? Then you want to have followers. Because like, you know what I mean? You require a large base for larger impact. But if you don't enjoy the activity of creating impact, then, like, cool. Like, you got these, like, faggots out there like fucking Neon. That little Arab kid who fucking, you know what I mean? Like, they just talk to the stupidest fucking girls, and there's nothing wrong with these girls, but everyone's out there trying to get clout, trying to show all their gay shit, all their fucking cars, and fucking this and fucking that. And honestly, it's the most pathetic attempt to get attention. And honestly, to all the cunts that watch them, like, good for you. Like, you literally just, like, mentally masturbating and trying to watch other people's downfalls and watch other people act like idiots. So that it's like, what? These are influential people that go around and just talk shit? Like, honestly. Like, majority of the people. Like, look at Andrew Tate. He was going around acting like that at the beginning, and then what did he do? And then he focused on helping people and creating value for people. Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't just go around and act like that. But in the beginning, that was his intention. You know what I mean? To get attention. And then he changed. And he realized and had the opportunity to mature, like many of them do it. You know what I mean? And then they do what they need to do to achieve what they want to achieve. You know what I mean? Like, he said he wanted to help people. He went out and he created his own university, his own education. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, irrelevant of if it's good, if it's anything, like, he said he wanted to help people, and then he did it. He didn't avoid the actions required to achieve it. But all these other people out there, you know, like, all they're doing is they're trying to avoid doing what is required. That is why Andrew Tate is so much bigger across all platforms than these other streamers, or whatever they're called, influencers, because, like, a lot of people see him as someone who puts his money where his mouth is and does what he says he's going to do, irrespective of his personality and all of this. Like, he's someone that enjoys the process of doing what he wants to do. Like, that's just that. Like, he doesn't really care about the end result because he's already achieved what he's wanted to achieve in life. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas someone coming up that hasn't achieved anything, hasn't got anything, it's a lot harder for them to be that confident within themselves. And that's why these people try and get attention the way they do, and they create these businesses that aren't really businesses because they're an influencer, and all they influence is dick in the mouth. Like, honestly. So, like, an important thing to understand is just, like, who do you want to be in life? What is it that you want in life? Irrespective of any of the ideals or results that you're looking to achieve, like, it doesn't matter. If you enjoy what you do and you love what you do and you just focus on those activities being what releases the biochemical responses, like, you've already achieved everything that you're seeking. You've got what money can't buy, and that is freedom. freedom to feel how you want to feel, freedom to do what you want to do, irrespective of any results. So that's the thing, like you don't need to achieve anything in life to feel as if you've achieved everything in life. Because if you look back into your life, everyone has mastered something in their life. They've achieved goals. And if you've achieved one goal, every other goal is the same. Like, it's not really difficult to achieve goals. It's we create these mental constructs about how it has to be achieved. And we try and do what other people do and compete with them and all this stupid shit. And the truth is, make a decision, take an action, receive an outcome. That's it. There's nothing else. You can sit there and plan and strategize and try and find the most blah, blah, blah. Good for you. Irrespective, like, it doesn't matter. Like, because for you to take that action is always going to be more difficult, more energy, more capital. Like, you can't compete. By simplifying and minimizing the process of goal achievement, you will never be able to beat me, because I have simplified my achievement so easily that, like, how can you compete with me? I don't need to beat you to win. Do you understand? Like, when I focus on the actions to the outcomes and not the outcomes, I'm not in competition with anyone. Because how can you beat me to taking the actions? Like, how can you stop me from taking the actions? You can't. Do you know what I mean? So, like, the thing is, when I'm thinking about the results, so let's say I want to be a public speaker, and all I want to do is be a public speaker. I am now directly in competition with everyone else on the goal to that goal. Because if I want to get it, like, other people have to lose for me to get that spot. Because there's only limited spots. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if my goal is just to be the best public speaker, and I enjoy public speaking and talking, irrespective of if I'm involved or not, I don't mind, because I can enjoy through them. Like, I don't really need to achieve the public speaking to sort of, you know, speak publicly. Like, it's a funny thing. When I just focus on the actions that I choose are the actions to getting the results that I want. Like, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It doesn't even matter if anyone else is involved. Like, if I take those actions, I achieve the results I want. Do you know what I mean? It's a funny thing. Because, like, the thing is most people in life, the only reason they want to achieve in life is to be remembered. You know what I mean? Like, the majority of people, it's for recognition. And it's sort of like, imagine that if I'm like, you know, like, I'm only working out to lose weight. What happens then? Once I lose weight and reach my goal, what's the point of working out? Look back in your own life. For a stage, I had this belief. But do you understand, like, I'm not really going to commit to doing it every day, because once I achieve what I achieve, I'm out. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it's pointless. Like, if I achieve it or if I don't achieve it, like, it's pointless. Like, that can't be the metric, because if I want to prolong doing it, then I have to keep incrementally increasing the metric. 1 million a month, 2 million a month, 3 million a month. Do you know what I mean? So if I focus on results Like, once I reach that result, I have to set a new one. Otherwise, what is the point of taking the action? It's unsustainable because I have to constantly be pushing myself to achieve these results, when if I just enjoy doing the activity, like if I enjoy working out, it's fun to go to the gym for 2 to 3 hours a day. Like, it's enjoyable. Like, I enjoy that. It's not difficult. It's not difficult to do a 3-hour workout. Like, many people would say it is, but it doesn't have to be. Like, do you understand? And the ones that, you know, the ones that talk shit and say, oh, it has to be, like, pushing yourself to breaking point can be the most difficult task in life, or it can be the easiest task in life. Effortless to break your body. Do you understand? For me, going and doing a 3-hour high intensity workout and weights training was effortless because it was enjoyable. The pain was enjoyable. It wasn't something that was seen as being difficult. But most other cunts there were so pissy while they were there because it's a difficult process to lift heavy weights. So funny. So funny. But that's the thing. It's just like, understand this. Like, it's just understanding this. As soon as you take the actions and identify the actions that lead to the results, you've achieved everything. If I'm hungry, the action is to cook. You know what I mean? Like if when I'm hungry, I just get up and I cook and then I eat, I've achieved the goal that I wanted. But I can sit there and I can, I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like doing all this work and blah, blah, blah. So then I just might go and have a carrot. Maybe I have an apple. You know what I mean? Or maybe I go and get a bag of chips. You know what I mean? Or I go to the store and get all junk food or something like that. Or go out and get takeout or pizza. Like, the thing is I can either take the action that I know is going to lead to the results, cooking a nice meal, that's going to be an enjoyable experience, or I can try and avoid it and try and find a shortcut to the solution, but it's not as satisfying in terms of when I'm compromising. You know what I mean? Like, if I go out to a nice restaurant and I have a nice meal, that's completely different than going out and getting a burger from Hungry Jack's. You know what I mean? And like, I tell you, I used to love Hungry Jack's. The downfall is 99% of the food there isn't food, and it is carcinogenic, and that is the exact same in across the board of all fast food and all processed food. Is it's a high carcinogenic, which is direct link to cancer. So, you know what I mean? So by understanding that, like, it's quite easy for me to avoid those places because it's never going to get me to the result that I want, which is to feel good. You know what I mean? To feel full, to feel, gorged. That's why I eat, to gorge. You know what I mean? But the other thing to understand is just understanding, like, Zen and Taoist principles of there is nothing to achieve because there is no self to achieve it. Do you understand? Like, there's no results to get, because if people view the content I produce, or if they don't view it, like, it doesn't really matter, because it's not something attached to me, because there is no identity of self, because the identity of self isn't real, because my consciousness isn't a singular consciousness in the terms of, like, consciousness isn't developed within the brain, it's transmitted to the brain. So an important thing to understand with this is just I can identify my life and everything that happens to me in life as something happening to me, or it can just be something that happens. Like, I can be emotionally attached to the outcome, or I can be detached from the outcome. When I'm emotionally attached to the outcome, I get joy when I achieve results, and I lose joy when I don't achieve results. When I'm detached from the outcome, irrespective of if I get results or if I don't get results, like, it doesn't really matter, because the outcomes really aren't a part of me. So to understand this is just to understand we need emotional attachment for achievement, but it is, where do we direct that emotional attachment? If I'm emotionally attached to the actions that I take, the actions become a part of me. Do you understand? Like, the actions are a part of who I am. Who I am is someone who makes content, irrespective of if I get results or not. It doesn't matter. Like I get personal results when I take the action. So to understand this is just to understand that in life, okay, things can either be attached to me or they're not. They're either a part of who I am or they're not. But irrespective of if they are or if they're not, who I am doesn't exist. So, like, and to understand this is just to understand in Zen, like, we are all a part of life. So I am not a separate entity from life. So if I want to achieve something in life, all I must do is do it, and I have achieved it, because there's nothing to achieve. Like, if I want to get a result of becoming a content producer, if I produce content, I am a content producer, irrespective of the results. If I want to be healthy, if I eat healthy food and I exercise, irrespective of results, I am a healthy person. We know this to be true. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. Like, it just is what it is. If I'm hungry, I must eat. I can't wish and want away hunger. We do fast, so like 3 weeks we can go without eating. So, when I say hunger, we're not talking about 1 hour. Like, you know what I mean? I can't not eat for 12 months and survive without some form of sustenance. Like, I can lie to myself, I can make up all this bullshit, but that's the thing. If I want to be healthy in life, I must eat healthy foods. So I can eat low nutrient dense food, like fast food and shit like that, and highly processed foods, and my diet can consist of that. And I can tell myself I'm a healthy person, but irrespective of what I may believe, like, those actions don't equal results of health. Do you sort of understand? So, it doesn't really matter about the results. Like, the results are impartial. They're not, like, they're a metric of how effective I am at the actions. They're not a metric of failure or success, because there is nothing to fail or succeed at, because if I take the actions, I am succeeding. You know what I mean? Like, irrespective. If I don't take the actions, I have failed. Irrespective. Like, it doesn't matter, because, like, if I want to take the actions, I can take the actions. If I don't want to take the actions, I don't have to take the actions. Like, it doesn't matter. So to understand this is just to understand, if I don't want something in life, I don't have to have it. If I want something in life, then I must do what's needed to have it. If I want to be healthy, I must eat healthy foods and exercise. That's that. Like, It doesn't matter. You can create all the lies you want in life and try and lie around it. But, you know, if I want people to treat me better, I must be better. So I must treat people better than they treat me to show them how to treat me. Do you understand? But it doesn't matter how they treat me, because I just choose, do I want to be around them or do I not want to be around them? So, you know, and it's a simple choice. If I want to be around them, then I just accept their behavior as what it is. If I don't want to be around them, then I just don't be around them. Whatever. Like, it doesn't matter. There isn't really anything. So, like, it's like, if I want to have the best relationship, I can either have the best relationship or choose not to. If I want to have the best relationship, well, then I have to take actions towards that. I can lie, cheat, and steal my way there and do minimum effort, or I can just take the actions. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. But when I create the actions as being the outcome, in the moment of taking them, I receive the outcome. Do you get it? So then I get to control both levers. Whereas when I only have the results, well, I don't control the lever. Everyone else controls the lever. And I've got to fucking bow down to everyone else and talk shit and be a little gay cunt. Like, whatever. Like, it doesn't really fucking matter. Like, a key thing to understand is just, like, don't avoid the work. Just do the fucking work. It doesn't matter. Like, there's nothing else out there. Like, there's no meaning in life. You bring your own meaning to life. Like, there's no heaven. Energy transforms. There is the universe. Heaven is the universe. So, like, you are living in heaven right now, and most people bitch and moan and create their own hell because they want to. Because for them to accept and admit that they're in heaven, like, it means that they have to give up all the negative that they hold. And a funny thing about this is people don't want to give up the negative because we want to feel like life is difficult. We want to feel like life is a struggle. We want to feel like everything I get is so difficult because I am so much more than other people. And the truth is, I am no one. So irrespective of anything, it doesn't really matter, because what's difficult to no one? Who knows? Like, what is difficult? Difficult is just a label that I create. Like, there isn't anything difficult in life. Even fighting a bear isn't difficult. I either win or die. Like, what's difficult about that? If I'm focused on the result of survival, then it's the most difficult process ever. But if I'm just focused on the process of survival, what's difficult about me taking the actions to survive? It becomes fucking effortless, I can tell you that. But the other thing is we would never be in bear country without decent weaponry. That's just asking to be eaten. So that's an important thing, is just, like, when the process of survival becomes my metric that I'm focused on, like, it's very, very fun and easy to survive. It's the most enjoyable experience. You know what I mean? But if I'm focused on the result of survival, of me surviving, well, how the hell are we going to do that? You know what I mean? So, alright, well, I'm going to leave this one here, and I hope you get what I mean, and I hope you understand a bit more about achieving goals, and that it doesn't really matter. Just if you take the actions, you've achieved the goal. Regardless. If you want to be happy and you choose to be happy, you are happy. Like that's it. It doesn't matter. irrespective of any other factor. If you say, I'm happy, you're happy. All right, well, you guys have an amazing one, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye.